Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are
Number one.
My name is Ahmad Khotib as king.
My name is Nafidha, as queen, aka Dewi Srengenge. My name is Nita Permatasari, as Kadita, aka Nyi Roro Kidul. My name is Amanda Yuliastuti, as Sama. My name is Silviana Putri, as narrator. My name is Fina Indriyani, as Dayang. My name is Atik adiatun, as soldier. My name is Karyunah, as Kengkaban, aka Dewi Mutiara.
My name is Saiful as Putri.
We will present the story of Roro Kidul. Enjoy watching.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess named Kadita, because of her beauty she was called Dewi Srengenge, which meant the beautiful sun. Her father was King Mundingwangi. Also, he had a beautiful daughter. He was unhappy because he always expected to have a son. The king decided to marry Dewi Mutiara, and he had a son from her. He was very happy. Dewi Mutiara wanted her son to become a king, and the father so she must make sure for it.
Dinda, look at our country. Very prosperous, like nothing less. The land is fertile, the forest is dense, the people are orderly and peaceful, the staff is honest, and the fleet is strong, as if our country is the land of the gods, Dinda.
That's alright, Kakanda. This country seems to be blessed by the gods, which of course cannot be separated from Kakanda's expertise in leading this country.
However, I felt something was stuck in my mind, like feeling bored because there's no challenge.
It turned out that Kakanda has a innate spirit, always thirsty for challenge. If Dinda can suggest, why don't you just hunt? Maybe by hunting, Kakanda can get excited again.
It is true what Kanda Dewi said, King. I strongly agree.
Thank you for your suggestion. Maybe it will be a fun thing. But look at me now. I'm old and no longer interested in challenging nature.
Greetings, servant, sire. Servant comes with an important news for the king. This news came from across the country.
All right, soldier, tell me the news.
The king of the foreign country invited the king to visit his country at the full moon of this month to harmonize the Cold War that was happening and also to strengthen unity among the great kingdoms in this Java land. So, the news that I brought for the king.
Of course, it would be nice if I attend and resolve their dispute, right, Dinda?
That's right, Kakanda. Maybe a trip to the other country can bring back the spirit of Kakanda.
I totally agree, sir.
Soldiers, prepare a small motorcade along with equipment and gifts for a trip to a neighboring country.
And if I may suggest, the king should invite a companion to that country. If the companion can protect the king and provide advice in making decisions.
Your suggestion is right, Dinda Mutiara. Okay, we will invite Patih to come to a neighboring country.
Pati? But Kakanda and Pati are not there. Then we will hold the reign of leadership of this country while Kakanda is gone.
Dinda. Of course the person is you. You are the empress who replaced me at the head of the kingdom in my absence.
But Kakanda, I'm not very good at making decisions.
Right, Kakanda, a woman was not as smart. The techniques in dealing with such a fright matter, a large country like our kingdom.
My greeting, father.
Okay, my princess. Tell Dad what the hell's that you stopped by this hall to see Dad.
So, it's lately, father. I heard that father would visit a foreign country when the full moon was full. So,
So?
Daddy, I'm sorry if I was presumptuous, but I was just wondering if I could accompany father to the meeting.
Oh, so that's all? Then why should you be shy about conveying it to your father, Kadita?
Sorry, Daddy, I just feel it's not my right. So I was reluctant to immediately prepare myself without asking my father's permission. I would love to get involved in royal affairs.
Princess Karita, I don't mean to be presumptuous, but this visit is no joke. You better discourage yourself from participating.
Dear Kadita, my princess, you don't need to join that diplomatic visit yet. You are just wasting your time there.
But Dad, I really want to look after and protect you there.
Take it easy, Kadita. Dad will go with Patti. We will be fine. And you still have a lot of time to study diplomacy. My beautiful princess, don't be sad yet. In exchange, as long as father is gone, you must be responsible for this country because the reins of this country will be left to you.
So for a king, I will protect this country as well as possible.
Thank you, my princess.
But are you sure you give a short heartache such a high responsibility?
Of course, I just hope she can become a tall female leader when I have no other choice.
Any other choice? What do you mean, Kakanda? Making Kadita an option, right?
That's not what I mean, Dinda.
Ah, never mind. Dinda already know Kakanda's thought that object to the status of Princess Kadita. Kanda is too easily consumed by people boasting. I cannot take it anymore.
Never mind, Your Majesty. Maybe Kanda Devi is not feeling well, so her mind is confused. Let her calm down. We better go out for some fresh air to get rid of the feeling of boredom.
The king and his party, who were on their way back to the kingdom, received very pleasant news from the kingdom that Dewi Mutiara had delivered a baby in her womb safely, and even happier, Dewi Mutiara could give the king a male descendant.
Dinda, where is my son? Where is my son?
Dear Kakanda, don't be too hasty. The hero is in the aristocratic room, along with Dinda Mutiara and Kadita. If you want to meet him, don't be noisy. Little Raden was sleeping.
Dinda, are you okay? I'm sorry. I didn't accompany you.
There's nothing to worry about. Kanda Devi has taken take of Dinda very well.
Thank goodness, Dinda. Is this my son? Oh God, thank you. My son is very handsome, like the beauty of a god. Can I carry him?
Please, Kakanda.
Father, when father was not in the kingdom, there were several dogs who...
Wah, little Radiant laughs again. Dinda, we have to invite him to find fresh air outside. Let's go out.
Walah walah, my beautiful princess is silent on this sunny day. Come on, smile Kadita.
Mother, please, don't she touch me like a child like that, Mom.
Alright, then what the hell can make you so sad?
Mother, for some reason, I feel that my father cares more for his son than me. When we were at the artistic curriculum, none of my questions were ignored by my father. I feel like and welcome.
Hush, you shall not say Kadita. After all, he is your father, and you must obey and respect all of this attitude.
All his attitudes, you mean also in ignorance of me since the birth of the sun. I think that's very unfair, Mother.
Hush, Kadita, lower your voice a little. Impolite.
Ah, you are the son.
Kadita, wait.
Kanda, I don't feel like time feels so fast. Our son is not a toddler anymore, Kanda.
That's right, Dinda. He is growing fast, and he is very strong, smart, and healthy. I'm very happy to see him playing cheerfully.
Greetings, servant, great king. I want to confide some work problem to the king.
Greetings back, Pati. Okay, sit comfortably. Let's say it's okay. Dinda Mutiara is quite right to know this state calling.
Alright, if the king wants it. Like this great king. I noticed that the king didn't care anymore.
It's true what you said, Pati. Please listen.
I only suggest the king to immediately inaugurate a successor to the throne of this country here. I noticed that Kadita was a very wise and ancient princess. She deserves to be a crown princess.
Pati, thank you for the advice. I really agree with you. She is the only person who really deserves to be the successor of the royal throne. What about the other royal retainer and especially the empress, Pati? Will they agree?
For that one thing, you don't need to worry. That suggestion had already been suggested by several punggawa in this kingdom here. The queen also agreed.
Wow, what a very lucky coincidence. Alright, Pati. I want Kadita to be crowned as soon as possible.
The king's good fortune.
Kanda, are you sure that Kadita will be the king's successor?
So far, I'm very confident to make Kadita my successor, Dinda. He was a tough, brave, wise and intelligent girl.
Of course, Kakanda. In terms of ability, anyone will not be able to match Kadita. However, if the king is willing to take a woman as the successor to the thrones of this country,
why not, Dinda? She has good leadership skills.
But do you not take into account other things beyond his ability? Suppose his nature as a woman. Later Kadita will become an adult woman who knows, loves, and chooses her own life partner. That's when she will leave this kingdom.
But
Yes, it might happen if Kadida's companion is an adult.
but is
Not to mention if Kadita must conceived and give birth. Aren't the things I said alright, Kanda?
then if not Kadita, who else will continue the throne of this country?
Why not just our son, Kanda?
Our son? Hahaha, Dinda. Look at him. He was very small and innocent. Of course, he will not be able to carry out state duties.
But he can become a crown prince when he grow up, right?
Of course, Dinda. Only if I live to crown him crown prince when he grows up.
Let's honor our son today, Kanda. However, as long as he is not yet an adult, his state duties can be replicated by someone who is more mature, such as Princess Kadita.
Dinda, you are really funny. It is the same as giving her my state duties, while the one who has the respect of history is our son. Never mind. My decision is anonymous. I will not change my mind about this.
Dayang, come here quickly.
Pray, Dewi. What is the goddess calling my her?
I'm in trouble. The king is not pleased to have my son as the crown prince of the kingdom. He even prefers Kadita, who is covers his son.
Bipatian Dewi Ayu, the king is like that. It has to change her decision. Maybe only catastrophe can stop his will.
What's calamity? I will bow down 100 times. If only one catastrophe and stop the king's decision. The king alone can't make my son a successor to the throne. But let's think first. Find a way.
Aha! Speaking of calamities, we just got havoc for them, goddess.
What do you mean, Bo?
This goddess is so innocent. Yes, witchcraft. It's a disaster from a shaman who uses black magic.
Witchcraft? Oh, good. What a terrible idea, Bo. Later, if you don't work and the king fills our hall. Besides, the king is immune to magic.
I mean, the ones who are subject to witchcraft are the Empress and Kadita. That's why the king couldn't possibly make him the successor.
Wow, the idea is great too. But this plan sure to work, Bo?
It will work, goddess, as long as we use the service of a great shaman, not just a witch doctor.
Oh, Bo, how do I know a magician in this country?
For that one day we don't need to worry. The Mbok is well acquainted with the most powerful shaman in the country. Because of that, he became famous throughout the island of Java.
Does she want to help you, Mbok?
Of course, Yowan goddess, as long as there is a small donor.
Money? Money? Indeed. How much for this shaman, Bo? It is expensive?
Yes, according to her supernatural powers.
Here, this bag contains code to pay for the service of the shaman plus the offering. You can take the rest. Anyway, and remember, that our conversation cannot be leaked to anyone, especially the journal and this Herman. You understand?
Of course, goddess. I will go alone to remote village to meet someone by pretending to return home. Looks like I have arrived. According to the news I had to summon resident is very haunted. Even before entering the aura of darkness has been felt. Ah! Oh my god, where are the crowd? Excuse me, Saman.
Yes, please sit down. What on earth make a girl like you come to me? Do you want to insert a bun?
You are the greatest shaman in the country. So then, you know the purpose of my visit?
I'm just a shaman, not an omniscient god.
So, this is it, Mbah. I went to find a witchcraft that can make people ugly.
What it is witchcraft for?
Yes, it is for my personal interest. You don't need to know too much. So how can you do it?
I can offend people I don't know. Big later, the witchcraft will miss.
Ah, you just make it difficult for me. But please shut up, okay?
Oh, apparently the word of the gods of birth, the concubine of the king that's the pick up at the market, huh? Ha 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 ha.
So how can you?
As long as the weight you give appropriate, including cooking my moods, which often goes to fourth.
Don't worry about it. Dewi Mutiara left a lot of money for you.
Alright then. Before attacking him, I will attack him first. Shh.
What's wrong? What happened?
Putri Kadita. She is protected by the sanctuary of the pride and the empress.
That's so hard. Just get rid of both of them, okay?
Okay, if that's your request, on Sunday night I will come to the Star Village. We will carry out the ritual of spreading the magic of the Princess Kadita and the Empress together.
Alright then, prepare this plan well and don't fail.
And trust everything to me. Ha 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 ha.
Please forgive your Majesty Ratu. The young Manika servant would like to convey a message.
Enter Manika.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
How have you planned it?
Of course, Your Honor. Everything has been prepared, and according to a good day, this plan will be implanted on the neck of the dead man this week. The shaman will come and together with the noble, witchcraft will be spread around the place of the moon, to be processed to riders of the Empress and Princess Kadita.
Well, no matter what, the most important thing is that Princess Kadita and it is my son will enter the throne.
However, I need to confer that Putri Kadita is protected by her mother Saint Superior. In order to avoid the fire of the devil, the mothers and children must be put away. The noble, so that at first the victim enters two noble people.
Hey, impressed. It turns out you are trying to get in my way, so don't blame me if you also have to get rid of it.
Excuse me, Ki. Please have the offering ready.
Please, Ki, carry out the ritual.
But I have to tell the gods one thing so that the gods will not regret it.
What it is? Shaman?
I am just a shaman, gods. The law of karma from Gusti could continues. If later Dewi gets the reward, it is beyond my control, Dewi. Hehehe. Be tolerant if one day the gods gets calamity.
Relax. People like me are not affected by anyone's power. So, please quickly carry out this ritual.
Apparently the gods is very excited. Okay, let's just start the ritual.
Kakanda, awful Kakanda, the Queen and Putri Kadita. They.
What is it, Tina Mutiara? What happened to them?
Dinda also don't know what happened to them, Kakanda. Their faces and bodies were covered with sores that oozed pus and smelled bad.
What? Why does that happen? Princess Kadita will soon be appointed as the crown princess tomorrow, and it is impossible for her to ascend the throne under this circumstance.
Dinda feels that the illness suffered by the Queen and Princess Kadita is very dangerous and can be transmitted to other members of the royal family. There is no other way but to
But I will not be able to do that, Dinda. They are my empress and my princess.
Forgive the interruption, Your Majesty. According to me, it is impossible for Princess Kadita to ascend the throne in this state. It will violate the tradition of this kingdom. It is better for them to be temporarily exiled until they recover from their illness.
That's right, Kakanda. And for the issue of the throne, what if Kakanda just raises the throne of our son as the crown prince until Kadita recovers?
But
I promise to accompany the Queen and Princess Kadita in exile.
if it's for everyone's good, fine. But first, I want to talk to my empress and my princess. Pati, please call them.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Kakanda, please help us.
We don't know what happened.
We don't want to be like this.
Help us, Daddy.
I have heard everything, Dinda, Kadita. And I have discussed it with Pati and concubines. This has been very hard for me. But I must tell you that for the time being you will have to be exiled.
Daddy.
Kakanda, is this for the good of many people? Because if so, Dinda and Kadita will do it.
Mother, this can be done, Mother. Daddy, why do you have the heart to do this?
Never mind. Dinda already know Kakanda's thought that object to the status of Princess Kadita.
Forgive Father, Kadita. Forgive Kakanda, Dinda. Patih will accompany you during your exile. Patih, accompany and protect them.
Your Majesty, Queen, Princess, come with me.
Father, her condition is getting worse.
Yes, Princess, but this is what we have to do. And if Princess is pleased, I want to tell something to Princess.
Convey it, Patih.
Tomorrow there will be a ceremony for the appointment of the son of Selir Mutiara as the crown prince. Before the princess recover, he will hold the throne.
This can be happening. This is not fair.
Kadita. Kadita.
Mother, hold on, ma'am. Mother can give up.
I have heard all your conversation with Patih, Kadita. I think now I can't stand it anymore. Mother just want to tell you, my princess, be a good daughter. Don't you ever hurt your grudge against anyone. Mother love you, Kadita.
Mother, Patih, bury my mother body. Don't worry about me. I will find my own way.
Princess!
Over time, the lake became clearer. Kadita appeared wearing her all-grown clothes. Princess Kadita is no longer a princess, but now she has become the figure of Queen Kadita. Accompanied by her maids who really protects a queen of the South caste, Kadita, the figure of a king's daughter, who is actually very keen and wise, then has to endure the thirst and scream of the king's concubine. But she returns, grows, and becomes a figure who incarnates Nyi Roro Kidul, the queen of the rulers of the South caste.